More news from the economy now. Americans feeling the effects of the highest inflation rate in 4 decades. In our exclusive NewsNation Decision Desk poll, we asked registered voters, how difficult is it to make ends meet? Nearly 60% responding with either very difficult or somewhat difficult. For many people, the strained budget means that food insecurity has been heightened. Some food banks are now struggling to meet the growing demand of those who are lining up to get free groceries. Dray is live with us, and this story obviously hitting home for a lot of people, not just the poorest of the poor, but obviously working class families. Dray?
You're exactly right, and good morning, Adrienne, to you. You know, when the pandemic hit New York City 2 years ago, 40% of pantries here in the city shut down. That meant demand increased on other places like here at the New York City Common Food Pantry. They are on pace to serve 9 million pounds of food this year. And the recipients aren't all homeless. Many of them are among the growing class of working poor.
If you want to know what the changing face of hunger looks like in America, this long line of people wrapped around a New York City block provides the perfect snapshot. No one here looks homeless, because they aren't.
We try to make sure it's a dignified experience, so that way people are able to come in, receive food in and out fairly quickly.
Many people are employed. They're just not making a salary that allows them to really fulfill their food needs for their family.
Judy Seacon is Deputy Executive Director at the New York Common Pantry. 1.5 million New Yorkers are struggling to feed themselves and their families. Nationwide, close to 40 million people are having the same experience. The Department of Agriculture says these are the 10 hungriest states in America.
We have served in the past year over 7.9 million meals.
People come here every 2 weeks receiving the equivalent of 15 meals, fresh fruits and vegetables and whole grains. Nothing is stale or expired. They also have a mobile pantry, taking food where it's needed, including the doorsteps of close to 17,000 senior citizens.
We are here, we're always here, never run out of food.
But it's getting harder. Inflation is driving food costs up, and the high cost of gas making those daily mobile deliveries more expensive.
Our private support is going to fall off, our government support is going to fall off. Inflation is driving up prices. Inflation means more people need our services.
And they have no plans on shutting down. They will find a way to serve, just as they have been doing for decades.
They also serve hot meals here at the pantry. You can also come here to take a shower, do your laundry, and get a haircut. The program is called Project Dignity, and it's all about helping people feel better about themselves despite their circumstances and personal struggles. Adrienne?
Well, obviously there are some homeless who are being helped by those programs, but for working class families, it can be just a jolt, a shock when you have to receive that kind of need, or rather that kind of help. Thank you so much, Dray. I'm joined right now by Foodbank of Southeastern Virginia, President and CEO Christopher Tan. Thank you so much for being with us. Can we just talk a little bit about who is coming to you? Who is in need right now to get groceries from your food bank?
You know, I think typically we have the same people in line that are always in line. Those are emergent needs. But what we're seeing more and more are working families, people on limited incomes, those who have disabilities, and those who inflation hits the most, which are those who have fixed assets and fixed incomes. That's who we're seeing differently during this time.
Well, how are food banks like yours being impacted by inflation?
So it's kind of like a perfect storm in some way. So we have the same issues that I think Americans can see across the country. You know, the cost of goods is higher. We're competing in a market where our employees are expecting higher wages as well. And fuel costs dramatically impact what we do. The difference in the food bank, I think, which is the real challenge, is we don't get to increase the cost of our services in order to meet those needs. So we don't get to pass that cost on to our customer. And so in that sense, it creates increased opportunities for us to have challenges, but also we know that the demand at our door is even greater. So it's just a tremendous opportunity to help those in need, but also a tremendous challenge at the same time.
Can you give me any sign of positive or optimistic news surrounding this story? Because I know that over the course of the past couple of years, there were food companies, major corporations that did gangbusters. I mean, people were buying food all over, possibly due to stress. But have there been generous contributions to food banks because of how well companies have been doing over the past year or two?
Yeah, there definitely have been. I can name a few companies that have come to us locally to help. I think one of the things that I found in my 20-year history of nonprofits is that the challenges of our community in these times, they just show you so many great people that come out and help. We have people just yesterday who hosted a fundraiser, in their backyard for the food bank and brought, a truckload of food for them. This is private citizens. I mean, that's what America's, I think, some sense all about, like stepping up. And so it's really heartwarming to get to see it personally.
Christopher, I'm telling you, I've had so many sad stories in this first 30 minutes of being on television this morning. I was like, you got to tell me something good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's always something good between companies and the community coming out to lend a helping hand. How can people help out more in your particular community?
I would say, the food banks really need two things, which is products and people, So people are the great employees that work at the Foodbank of Southeastern Virginia and the amazing volunteers that come every day to help us. It's critical. And then product, we need food. And, we're having to spend almost $4 million more on food than we ever have in the history of the food bank. And so if you have a little bit extra to pick up a bag of groceries for your neighbor, or if you're interested in coming to volunteer with us and help us to deliver 19 million pounds of food every year, we'd love to have you.
Yeah, and it really does change your perspective when you volunteer at a food bank and just look into the faces of people who might be your neighbors and say, hi, I see you and I'm here and I care. Christopher Tan, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.